Hey YouTube, it's Zany Bricks, and I decided to go ahead and start doing a new little thing on building my city. A lot of people have been requesting that I do city tours or city updates, and I don't really call it a city yet because there's a lot of work to do, so I am going to go ahead and just do these every once in a while. So in the sneak peek that I gave, I showed the platform that the city was built on and underneath it, so I'm just going to get right into it. Over here in this corner, nothing is built. That is because nothing's built. These are just remnants from my previous layout and the Quickie Mart, which I may or may not place in the city, but I'll get those all placed at some point when I get all the road plates in. So over here in this corner right here, there will be more commercial slash mixed use residential type buildings. And over here, right next to that little area, will be the Chinese restaurant mock that I did. I think I did a YouTube video on that. I think that was my first YouTube video. And right next to it, I finished the rough exterior of the new Lego Asylum. It is, like I said, it's rough. It is in no way final. Even the exterior needs a lot of detail work done on it still. But there is building 1. And it of course is modular like all my buildings. And while it does have staircases and the really rough interiors, a couple walls and some floors that had specific wall layouts that required me to build them with the exterior walls, it's just in a rough state right now. I still have to do the detail pass on both the interior and exterior. It's just how I build it. What I do is, since I just finished the rough out, I will take a quick break and work on something else, work on my next mock, do the rough of that, and then come back and revisit this with a fresh set of eyes and hope that, well, at that point, I'll hope that I want to keep it because half the time I tear them down at that point. So if I do keep them, I usually tune them up considerably. So that's that. And that just got finished today, actually. And over here is my Institute for the Creative Arts. The little helicopter pad on top with Mrs. Brick in her helicopter and a guy about to jump off onto a very short fall. I have the detective's office, the medicinal dispensary next to it, and there's Steve. Steve is Jesus's, who is the manager of Porky's, really deviant brother. So he likes to hang out behind the medicinal exotic herb dispensary, exotic herbal tea dispensary that he does. So over here is someone shooting a cop, it looks like, and stealing stuff. And Spider-Man's coming to save a dog. So there's the Palace Cinema, obviously, and the pet shop was mixed in back there. So over here on the corner is actually when I'm first starting the city and actually doing the integration. It's really the only corner I have integrated into the city. But I did the sidewalks, and that's still rough right there. I didn't even do what's in the planter. So that will come along at some point. I have planters lining the road. As you see, I put a little bike lane in there. But I like this layout for a rough layout. Tune it up a bit more, but I think I'm going to keep this general sidewalk integration going. Over here is a stoplight that I'm considering for the city, or the style. It's really simple, cheap to build a lot of them, which I'll need a lot of them. So might do that, I don't know. Light repair truck. There is me in my car because I am there. And behind there is Patrick and Riley from Building with Dada and Riley. Patrick is training Riley in the ways of the Force. since he cut off her hand by accident in a plasma blade accident. It's a Yankee brick picker walking down the street next to this random townhome with a random family living in it. Oh, wait. And a dragon on top. And down next to them is my Simpsons modular house that I did. It is a modular Simpsons townhouse slash saloon. And over here is the saloon and a little back patio. That's really the first mock that I did as an AFOL, at least the first modular mock, and that's the only reason it's around still. It's not the most elegant one, but I like it. I think it's neat. And right next to that is some random KFOL selling flowers with a really... Oh, it's Bricksmith with the monkey on his back. And he's guarding the KFOL Corral, or the KFOL Korner. This is where all the KFOLs from YouTube and Instagram come and stay in my city, because it's not really appropriate for them anywhere else. Oh, there's Down Under Bricks with his enforcement mech. He is the warden of the prison. And over here we have, oh, look it's the morgues. It is the morgues transport vehicle. And some other random vehicle inside Soylent Labs. A little newspaper stand thingy there. And then across the street, and this won't be exactly the final location, but here is my Avengers Tower mock. It is still completely incomplete. I finished the rough exterior on this, and then I moved on to something else, and I just have not revisited it to do the detail on either the exterior or interior. So eventually, sometime in the not too distant future, I will get to that. Unfortunately, now that the movie's out and it looks absolutely nothing like the tower in the movie, it's just my interpretation of Avengers Tower, and it's not as cool as it was. That little platform there will actually support the weight of the most recent Quinjet that Lego has released, and it'll just sit on there. That was quite the feat to get that physics and stuff. Back here we have the Annex, the Halliburton Annex, with the parking garage on the bottom floor, or loading dock. This is a extension wing for the Asylum. And back in the Asylum on the bridge, there's Fickenbricks, Dr. Lucky, walking over to his little private quarters on the top floor of the Asylum. So back over here, Soylent Labs, blah blah blah. There's Porky's, which is an adult club that you should... It's also a movie you should watch with your parents if you're under 18, because it's an awesome experience to have with your parents to watch Porky's. And here's TF Bricks. He is in this completely barren area because... I don't know. But there's going to be a dark forest here, and he has some badass sword, so he likely just wants to fight the zombies and monsters in the dark forest when it comes. And there's my little Douglas Adams memorial, because I'm a geek. And the cult compound clutches back, summoning the Avatar Scala. And he has a new lackey, as Bricksmith was promoted to the keeper of KFOL Korner. His new lackey in the cult is now Life Bricks Studios. So, yeah, he could eat. And back there, of course, is the Shrine of Scala, where the priest is drinking her blood. It's weird, creepy. I don't know why I build stuff like that. And then over here is the incomplete arms depot that connects to no train tracks, because I have not laid down any train tracks in the city yet. So next to it is the drive-through morgue which you can look on my channel for a video of. And up top here is Haley Bricks and Mardi Gras Man just chilling, watching the train that doesn't exist anymore. And that is about all I have. Now, just for the sake of letting you know what's going on, obviously over here around the cult compound, a dark forest probably extending back into here. And then over here is going to be a 96 by 96 mock that I'm working on of Midian, which is as in Clive Barker's Cabal. It's good stuff. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, you could watch Nightbreed, the movie from the 90s. It's basically the city under the mausoleum-filled cemetery. So that'll be neat. I'm going to use some of those tricks that the Star Wars builders use to try to pull it off. Hopefully I can actually get them right. So yeah, and then don't know what's going in that middle part there yet, but I will figure it out. That is New Hell. Thanks for watching.